2023 Suzuki Ertiga hybrid. Now, it is not exactly like what we saw at the motor show, but I can tell you for sure that because I'm touching it, this is essentially what the Philippines is going to get. And yes, it definitely is a hybrid. I'm going to go through some of the exterior changes, some interior, including tech, and then I'm going to tell you just exactly how much it is. And then I'm going to ask you for your opinion if you think it's expensive, affordable, or just right. I'm going to need your opinions on that. Okay, let's start at the front grille. At front, this grille is all brand spanking new. It's a new design. It actually makes it look very much upmarket. I know that term is used quite a lot, but truth be told, yeah, it is. And it goes well with the chromes down the side, but we'll get there in a little bit. And then you also have new housings for the fog lamps. That's actually nice. If we move down the side, you'll notice that there are still repeaters on the side mirror. Yes, there are two body lines that stretch from the top and the bottom, from the front all the way to the back. The ground clearance is absolutely still the same. You have disc brake up front and drum at the rear, with the wheels being 15s wrapped in 65 series tires. That much wraps it up for the side. At the rear, it's predominantly the same as the previous model, just a little bit of tweaks here and there, which includes this chrome trim found here that stretches the entire or most of the width of the automobile. And obviously, most importantly, is that it is a hybrid. When we open her up, you are looking at 199 liters of space with the third row employed. Now, it may not seem like 199 liters because it's dependent on just exactly how forward or back you put the backrest. It's 199 because not only can you put stuff up here, but there is also a cubby hole found underneath that you can chuck valuables in. Know what I mean? Jack, don't forget about your wrench. Huh? We might lose that. Those things are expensive. Do you know how difficult it is to get size 10 millimeter? You know what? Never mind. That'll do it for the rear compartment. Let's go inside and show you some of the features inside. Access to the third row is done like so. Pretty easy enough, really. What I do like about the third row is that it's actually elevated. So I'm not the tallest person on the planet. I've used that so many times. But at least for semi-big people that are expected to sit in the third row, which is myself, I'd like to consider myself that, my legs actually do stretch down quite straight, which means that it actually gives me a little bit more room when the seat gets put back in the proper area. See, this is a bit snug. Yes, granted, I can actually move that forward just a little bit, and that gives still enough space for the second row. And look at that. I can get busy back here. Ooh, maybe that's no. That's bad. Cup holders, left and right, seat belts, of course. No air vents back here or charging points, but the air from the second row is definitely more than enough to cool this cabin off, even all the way up to the third row. Let's move to the second row, shall we? So we just bend that over, push it forward, then push this back, put the seat rest back, and voila, there's still a lot of space back there. And oh, by the way, speaking of space, well, real estate, look at the size of this door, man. Look at that. It may not be a 90-degree, but look at the size of this. Huge. And a huge bottle holder on the door too. This door card, I'm not really sure what's this for, except maybe for perhaps a clipboard at most, but a really big bottle can fit in there. Now, when you get inside the automobile, even taller than the third row is because my legs definitely have thigh support back here. This is the GLX variant, so it is the top of the line, but there is no leather available even for the top of the line. This cloth, I can tell you, is definitely robust in the sense that it will keep your butt in play even though the car is shimmering and shaking. You have a center armrest with no cup holders because you've got your bottle holders on either door. Air vents found up on top. I don't know if you can see this, Jack, but there, right there, 4 air vents, which again, like I said, cool enough. And then no charging points to speak of that are USB, but you do have a 12-volt socket that is 120 watts. There you go. That about does it for any and all toys back here, apart from the fact that to add, I haven't said this in a while, Jack, that there are ISOFIX tethers. Ha! My God, It feels so foreign to say it now. It's been so long. Let's get up to the front and discuss the changes up there, and then I will tell you the really, really big change. Now, when you get into the pilot seat, so to speak, here are some of the technological changes that you will find inside this car. Number one is that you now have a colored TFT screen that acts as your trip meter and also to see about your hybrid meter, about how much power you're using, how much power your battery has, and so on and so forth. So that digital display has got everything that you will need. Also, in addition, there is now cruise control inside this car, which I think is going to be always an awesome, awesome thing, especially if you are going to be bringing this car on the highway, especially TP Lex, where it can get kind of boring. Yeah, you need that so that you can keep your hands off the wheel and play with the kids in the back. I'm kidding. That was a joke. I'm kidding. You also have a flat bottom steering wheel, which Suzuki likes to call a letter D steering wheel, because oh yeah, it is a letter D, isn't it? So it's a flat bottom steering wheel. I like the wood grain touches. These are quote-unquote wood, but it looks good nonetheless. So does too this screen that doesn't seem to get any smaller. I love the fact that Suzuki keeps their screens large. This is a 10-inch infotainment system that has Android and Apple capabilities. Below that, your Air. Not much piano black plastic here or here near the shifter, which I like. Unfortunately, there is a little bit some here on the infotainment. And then your manual brake. Other features inside this car include, look, like I mentioned earlier, look at this. This is Jack's bottle. Hefty for a hefty man. Look at it. It fits very, very easily. The door card is also very big. Here in the center, believe it or not, these cup holders are not just your average cup holders. They also have air vents, believe it or not. So if you have cold coffee, it can keep it cold. If you have warm coffee, it can make it cold. Well, it doesn't matter. Jack's still going to drink it. Also, included inside the automobiles, some of the tech will be the electronic stability program, which will help the car basically stay stable when you're cornering. There are also other things inside this automobile, well, not exactly inside, but more outside, that is very, very new and very, very exciting to anybody that wants to get themselves an Ertiga, and that is the engine and the hybrid system. Let's go look at that now. Okay, so the biggest change will obviously be the hybrid system. That is found here, obviously, in the engine bay. Now, you are looking at a 4-cylinder gasoline engine that is mated to either a 4-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual transmission. Yes, there are 2 variants, but all of them, and I do mean all of them, come with a hybrid technology, so to speak. Let me explain. They've taken the conventional alternator and kicked that out. And what they've put in is an integrated starter generator, which still technically works as an alternator, but it's also an electric motor. Now, what that does is, well, when the engine's running, that generator actually makes power for the lithium-ion batteries inside the automobile. And then in turn, when a car is at a standstill, that motor actually helps to produce forward momentum to help the engine move along, or to help the car move along, to help the internal combustion engine. At the same time, when it decelerates, all that deceleration is also put back into that motor, and then that's used to charge the batteries. Now, that's not the only part that makes this car a hybrid car. Also, what makes it a hybrid car is the fact that it also has an auto start-stop system, which means that when you come to a complete stop, the engine kills itself. Well, sorry, no. The engine turns itself off. I apologize. It turns itself off to save on the excess fuel that you'd be burning when you're just sitting and idling and doing nothing. Worry not, the electronics are still going to be running. The air will still be running. The air conditioning will still be running. Your gauges will still be running. But once you release the brake pedal and step on the accelerator, that motor yet again helps to start the engine in a very smooth manner so that you can get going once along. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes it a hybrid. But that's not the only thing, because it definitely has an ace up its sleeve. This car has an ace up its sleeve, and that is, well, the fact that this car is exempted from coding. Yes, you heard me right. Since this is a true hybrid vehicle, yes it is exempted from coding inside Metro Manila because of the Evida law. So not only will you be purchasing a car for X amount, but you're purchasing a car that you can use on a daily basis. Think about that. Whereas us plebes will have to purchase automobiles that can only use it 4 times in the weekday, which kind of sucks. Speaking of price, I'm sure you're dying to know exactly how much this car is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Now what I would like to know is, what do you think? Expensive? On the money? Affordable? Let us know in the comments below. Folks, thanks for watching. Do head on over to our website for even more information on this 2023 Suzuki Ertiga Hybrid. Again, thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you soon. Oh, I completely forgot. Sorry, there is one more thing that you guys want to probably find out about, which is its fuel consumption. Well, stay tuned because we actually have something a little special for you. Do subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on the video.